सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। Little bit louder would help, Raji. Little louder, if we can. Hari Om. This is good. Let us chant from verse number 6. Ajopi sannavyayatma bhutanamishwaropi san prakrutim swamadishthaya sambhavamyatma mayaya yada yada hi dharmasya glanirbhavati bharata abhyutthanam-adharmasya tadatmanam srujamyaham paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So Bhagavan is now telling about how he takes avatara, why he takes avatara. After having pointed out the four uniqueness in Bhagavan's avatara, Ajopi san avyayatma. One who is aja, unborn, appears to be born. Avyaya appears to be undergoing vyaya. Bhutanam Ishvaraha appears to be like an ordinary jiva. Prakritim swamadishtaya, never deluded by maya, he takes avatara. What is the reason because of which he has come down? There are several reasons. One of them is whenever there is dharma glani, whenever dharma goes down and adharma rises simultaneously, Bhagavan takes avatara so that dharmic people can hold on to their dharma. This is where we had seen the elaboration of the word dharma. I think most of our last class we spent on the word dharma, universal constitution for human beings to be happy here and hereafter. Universal constitution, it's a divine constitution. And whenever the word constitution comes, it invariably involves do's and don'ts. Do's and don'ts are there, but not to make our life difficult, but to make it easier. Example we had seen was of driving. So many do's and don'ts are there, but that is to help us accomplish our goal in a safe way. Dharma also includes these do's and don'ts, predominantly around values. No matter how the situation is outside, no matter how much of pressure is there from the situation, to hold on to some kind of vice, this person still says, I will hold on to dharma. This is the choice he makes. This is the brake that he puts on his response to the world. Another way to look at dharma is, it's a brake on our personality. It is so beautiful that only when we have a good brake can we go faster. Doesn't matter how great the car is, brake should be good. So that brake in our response to this world, that value itself is called as dharma. Now after last session somebody asked, if you live your life this way, won't we be taken for granted? Won't we be taken for granted? Anybody can do anything and will always be very, very calm, very, very quiet, not responding back. What Dharma says is, even while responding in any situation, one should still hold on to Dharma even there. Our scriptures are not telling us one should not respond to a situation. In and through that response, Dharma should not be given up. Now let us say there is one person who takes this Dharma, that no matter what the situation is, I will never raise my voice. This was the Dharma of Bhagwan Ramchandra ji. You see in entire Ramcharitmanas, you will not find one statement that Bhagwan has made out of anger, where he is shouting or doing something else. That is his Dharma. But it doesn't mean that Bhagwan did not go through situations which made him angry. So many places, if you want to see a better glimpse of this, we should read the portion when he meets Parshuramji. Parshuramji is so much in anger, and he is telling so many things to Bhagwan Rama. That you broke this bow of Lord Shiva. Do you even know who you are? So many things Parshuramji is telling. What is interesting to note there is Bhagwan Rama's response to Parshuramji. He is still saying the same thing that he has to say. He says, Parshuramji, in our lineage, we respect Brahmanas a lot. They are like devatas for us, puja people, people who are revered. All of them, they are very, very revered by Raghukula. If they take Kshatriya role, he says that is something not what we want. So that is the only part I have a problem with. Rest everything is fine. Who is telling what to whom? Bhagwan is telling to Parshuramji. And the same point again and again he repeats, but in a very, very calm manner. What I wanted to point it out was, whatever we discussed on Dharma does not say that we don't have to respond to the world. The point is, even while responding, are we able to hold on to Dharma or not? Whatever we have accepted for ourselves as Dharma, at least that we should be able to hold on to. So if somebody says, Satyam is my Dharma, actually Dharma doesn't depend upon individual. Dharma is a universal law. But are we able to appreciate that as our value or not? So somebody is holding on to that Satyam. This person says, no matter what happens, I will not let go of Satyam even while responding back to the world. In that way, Dharma Palanam happens. Okay, so the main point over here was, Dharma discussion does not mean that one doesn't respond back. The question is, how does he respond? While responding, does the situation pressurize this individual to let go of Dharma? Or can he respond back, holding on to that Dharma? That was Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya Glanihi Bhavati. And then we saw some other facets also of Dharma. What is Samanya Dharma, Vishesha Dharma. All that part we had seen. So one facet of Avatara is to appreciate outside. In Treta Yuga, Bhagwan took Avatara. In Dwapar Yuga, Bhagwan took Avatara as Bhagwan Krishna. Treta Yuga as Bhagwan Rama. But in our life, in everyday life, when adharmic thoughts rise, Bhagwan says, I also take Avatara to remove those adharmic vrittis. We chant Ramastuti, right? Shri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajamana. The last line of that is, Mama Hridaya Kanja Nivasa Kuru Kamadi Khaladala Bhanjanam. Means what? Goswamiji is praying, Bhagwan, please take Avatara in my heart, because there are some enemies who are staying inside. Kama Adi Khala Dala. It's a group of enemies who are inside. Please come and finish them. This is Deepavali, inside. inner Deepavali, where all enemies are gone and Rama Rajya can be enjoyed by that sadhaka. Now what is Rama Rajya? You come to tomorrow's puja. You will discuss in the puja part. After puja, we'll discuss on that word. What is Rama Rajya? That is the symbolic meaning of Deepavali, right? Bhagwan came back, Rama Rajya was established. But what went behind it? How can we accomplish Rama Rajya in our life? Okay, that topic we won't go now. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam. To finish all dushkrutas and to protect sadhus, Bhagwan says, I take Avatara. Now Arjuna has a question. Bhagwan, you do all these things. You take Avatara, you finish all dushkrutas. Those who are following the path of adharma, you finish them. That means you are having lot of things to be accomplished. Means your to-do list will be very long. And the moment you become a doer, you also have to become enjoyer. Moment you become karta, you also have to become bhokta. If your karma is so vast that you have to do so many things, accomplish so many things, what a great karta you will be. Your doership will be very, very high. See, doership is directly proportional to the amount of work that we do. Okay? More projects you take, more work we take on. To that extent, we will feel, I am the one who is doing it. So imagine, how would Bhagwan feel? Arjuna is asking, Bhagwan, your kartrutva would be very, very high. Bhagwan says, no. There is a secret behind it. See the next verse. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sorjuna. Arjuna, my birth is divine. Janma karma cha me divyam. My janma is divine, my karma is also divine. What is the divinity of janma? He said, I just mentioned in 6th verse. Ajopi san avyayatma. That I am Aja, as this pure consciousness I am unborn, yet I appear to be born. This is my divyata of janma. Although unborn, I appear to be born. What is divyata in karma? Although I am akarta, I am non-doer, I appear to be doing so many actions. All jivas are there, according to their karmas, I give them karma phalas. Bhagwan's role is that. How we have to meet people in our life, how we have to meet circumstances, situations in our life, the one who puts everything together is Bhagwan. If somebody has a sincere quest for some knowledge, how they will be sent to that place where this knowledge is available? How a teacher will come and teach that knowledge? How they themselves will find people to grow with in that knowledge? All of that is grace of the Lord. Puja Gurudev would say, even if there is a small flower which has blossomed fully in one remote mountain, the one who is going to make sure that there is a bee that will go and sit on that flower, he says that is Bhagwan. That flower doesn't have to advertise, I have blossomed, please send some bee. He says, Lord Narayana will tell Lakshmi ji, I have some work for a few minutes, please wait. He will become a bee, go to that flower and come back. That is the beauty of God's grace. This, he says, even though I am doing so many things, I am really not doing anything. This is my divyata of karma. while doing everything, I'm still not doing anything. Those of you who are attending Kenopanishad, this point will become clear in the portion that we are going to see in the next session. Bhagwan Shankaracharya ji writes in his Bhashya, what is divyata of karma of the Lord? And he gives a very beautiful example. He says Bhagwan's karma is like fire cooking food. Bhagwan's karma is like fire cooking food. Now fire is there. You bring food, you keep on it. And slowly that fire will transfer the heat, and that rice or whatever has been kept gets cooked. Now you ask the fire, did you cook the food? What will fire say? I was just there in my Swarupa. You kept the food got cooked. But can you say, fire did not cook the food? You take that food and keep it somewhere else on the stove without lighting the fire. You say, fire did not cook, right? Let me see if something else can cook. He says, no, fire only did it. See what a beautiful example he points, that Bhagwan's karma is like that fire. Staying in its own Swarupa, it is accomplishing everything. So that Chaitanya is like that, staying as Akarta, Abhokta, it can accomplish all the roles as Karma Phala Data. Another example Bhagwan Shankaracharya ji gives is of a king. How just in the proximity of the king, everything gets accomplished. He says like that is God's true nature. That is divyata of Bhagwan's karma. Divyata of janma, divyata of karma. Now Bhagwan makes a very, very revolutionary statement. If we meditate just upon this word, one will get moksha. Next line. Evam yo vetti tatvatah. The person who knows this truth in essence, Bhagwan's janma is divine, Bhagwan's karma is divine, one who knows this in essence, tyaktva deham punarjanma, na eti Arjuna. Saha punarjanma na eti. The one who knows this truth in essence is not reborn again. Now somebody might ask, if I know somebody else to be strong, powerful, mighty, how do I become strong, powerful, mighty? This is just like saying, somebody is strong. I know that person to be strong. Knowing that, you will become strong. He says, how is that possible? It is possible only if we are the same to begin with. Jiva is same as Ishvara in essence to begin with. The one who understands not only Bhagwan's nature or Bhagwan's janma as divine, Bhagwan's karma as divine, one who understands his own nature as consciousness and knows his own janma to be divine, his own karma to be divine, that person is liberated. As consciousness, there is no janma for this jiva. As consciousness, there is no karma for jiva. All of janma belongs to physical body only. All karma belongs to this ahankara, the finite ego which is doing different actions. The one who knows that I am not ahankara, I am not this body, that person is liberated. It is said, jnanis, they have two eyes. Not these eyes, I, the letter I. Jnanis have two eyes. One eye is called as transactional eye. Wearing that hat, they can play several roles. As a husband, wife, mother, father, whatever roles our society demands, whatever role our life demands, all of that they are able to play. But another eye is their true I. True I, that I is of the nature of consciousness. One who can easily switch between these two, that person is a jnani. One who can comfortably switch between both. Means whenever he is asked about transactional identity, he does not bring absolute identity there. Right? In Vyavahara, everything happens based on transactional identity only. Right? Whatever limitations body have, based on that, we have to do Vyavahara. But really speaking, what is the understanding of this individual? He says, I am not this transactional I. My real nature is pure consciousness. The one who is able to abide in this, Bhagavan says there is no punarjanma for this person. Swami Vivekananda ji would tell a nice story to explain the same point. Tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sorjuna. In complete works, you will find many stories, that Swamiji quotes. All of you must have heard it also, but appreciate it in this context. He says there was a group of sheep. And in that group, there was a lion cub that got mixed up. And the way that we are brought up, the same samskaras remain with us. Everybody was bleating. That lion cub also started bleating. Everybody would run away. All the other sheep would run away whenever other lion roared. This lion cub would also run away along with them. Now one day this mother lion came, big lion, and she saw that all of them are sheep, and this lion cub has erroneously got mixed up in that group. So she takes that little lion cub and she says that same statement over here. Lion does not bleat, lion is strong. If you know that lion is strong, you will become strong. Now you see what that lion cub must have said. How come if I know lion to be strong, I will become strong? He said this is possible only because you are not a sheep, you are a lion to begin with. That is how this jiva starts the journey, saying that I am a small individual. I am this person having this different titles and all different joys and sorrows associated with every title. And Upanishads come and say, if you know the nature of God to be birthless, to be without any kind of doership and enjoyership, you will become free from this samsara. Now, how is that possible? It is possible only when jiva understands his own nature as pure consciousness. And it is not that after studying Vedanta we have become of the nature of consciousness. That lion cub did not become lion cub after that big lion told her. Right? It was the lion cub as the lion to begin with, misunderstanding itself to be the sheep. So this shloka is actually a Mahavakya. Whatever is the nature of God is pointed out as nature of jiva. God's birth is divine. God's karma is divine. Jiva should start understanding it, not feeling it. Understanding it, that our janma is divine, our karma is divine. The day we understand, that knowledge itself is called as mukti. In Vedanta, moksha is not something that happens as a mystic experience. Right? Vedanta moksha is clear knowledge of Upanishads. Tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sorjuna. Now Arjuna is asking, Bhagavan, we'll just read next verse. Bhagavan, has anybody actually accomplished this task? You are saying that the one who knows his nature to be divine, his karma to be divine, is not reborn again. What is the qualification of somebody who has attained that? Are there really few people who have walked this path and reached the goal? Or are you testing this knowledge on me for the first time? Bhagavan says, no, Arjuna, there are many people, you see. Vitaraga bhaya krodhaha manmaya mamupashritaha bahavo jnana tapasa puta madbhavamagataha. There are different type of tapasya. The tapasya that we are mostly familiar with is tapasya at physical body level. Right? Lot of Rishi Munis who were there, they did tapasya. You say, how did they do tapasya? They stood outside under the sun, scorching sun, long time they did tapasya. Or they meditated for a long time, they did tapasya. The direct result of tapasya is, this person is purified to a great extent. Simple tapasya a sadhaka does, that itself gives so much of purity. Every day have a routine around doing some japa. Now that itself will become tapasya, because it's not easy. Mind will say there are so many things urgent and you want to do japa. Finish everything, then do it. So being able to work with that mind, that itself becomes a tapasya. Just like there are other tapasyas, there is also something called as jnana tapasya. Austerity through knowledge. Knowledge itself becomes austerity. So the first line indicates jnana tapas. Vitaraga bhaya krodhaha. Those who are able to let go of this grip of raga. Raga means excessive attachment. Those are able to let go of it. And the result of raga is bhaya and krodha. Either there will be anger or there will be fear. Okay. With this, those who are able to put their mind in scriptures, manmayaha, those who are able to dissolve the mind in consciousness and take support of knowledge alone, mam upashritaha, bahavo jnana tapasa. Lot of people have safely come here. Raman Maharshi ji is here, Puja Gurudev is here, Swami Vivekananda ji is here. They have crossed over through this jnana tapas. Bahavo jnana tapasaha putaha madbhavam agataha. Having purified themselves with this jnana tapas, they have reached me alone. It's a very beautiful verse. I didn't want to go through each word. We'll do it in the next session. Because today we have our open house. Okay, so we'll have to pause here and then continue in the next session. All of you remain seated. There are a few more thoughts I want to share, but I will conclude with a prayer and then we will swap. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.